Right, thanks for coming back. We love an audience that comes back for the second half. That's the best kind. Yeah. We'd like to thank Skylar Schmidt, our drummer, for that song. So the Friars were rehearsing the other day, and it was just, a pretty typical rehearsal. We were just palling around, going over some music, trying to make up a dance. How successful we were is your call. But it was kind of weird because it was getting late. Everyone was cranky. I think Schwartz missed his mid-afternoon nap. But we just weren't having a good time, and it was kind of weird because other than our charm and obvious good looks, the Friars pretty much get by on having a good time. So it was kind of concern for us because we weren't really sure what was going on. We needed to have a good time. So I went home and I was thinking about what we were missing, and I just couldn't think of it. And then I thought of that commercial that used to run on PBS between Sesame Street like 10 or 15 years ago. And it was that one that encourages kids to stay in school. And, you really need math, kids, because you do math for everything. And I was like, well, sure, I'll give it a try. Maybe math can help us figure out how to have a good time. So I'm a bio major, but I'm open to new things. So I went to the library and found a calc book. And I brushed some of the dust off the cover. And I had no idea where to start looking for anything that would help us have a good time in a math book. So I was going through the glossary and found something under G.
The answer key.
Oh, answer key, right. Yeah. But anyways, I found the good time theorem under G, which I really didn't believe was a thing. But then I looked at that page, and there's this giant equation that's like spread out, and there's variables and integrals and exponentials and what have you, and all these things. I had no idea what they were, but it started to make sense after I looked at it. There was a little part in there that was talks about relation of having a good time to how good your food is. So like, you're sitting at home on a Saturday, just eating chips and pop, and it's you're doing okay, but you really start to have a good time once you break out the steaks, the burgers, the brats, what have you. And there was a bunch of other stuff like this, and there was one that I thought was particularly interesting that was a relationship of dance moves to having a good time. And strangely enough, it was the worse your dance moves are, the better time you're gonna have.
So factual.
Thank goodness.
And so I was looking through this equation, and it didn't really seem to point out anything we didn't know, because our dance moves are already terrible, and we only dine on the finest of Pappy's Pizza, so we had those two areas covered. But then I got to the end, and there was one little section in the corner that says, no matter what else you have, in order to have a good time, you always need to have 3 times as many X's as Y's. And I was like, trying to figure out what that was until I realized that they were literally X and Y chromosomes, and the Friars are missing women. So at this point, we're going to invite Midnight Blue up on the stage in the interest of everyone having a good time and try to even that balance out for you.
Some nights I stay up, cashing in my bad luck. Some nights I call it a draw. Some nights I wish that my lips could build a castle. Some nights I wish they just fall off. But I still wake up, I still see your ghost. Oh Lord, I'm still not sure what I stand for. Oh, what do I stand for? What do I stand for?
Most nights I don't know anymore. This is it, boys, this is war. What are you waiting for? Why don't you predict already? I was never one to believe the hype. Say that for the black and white. I tried twice as hard and I'm half disliked. Would they come again to jack my style?
That's alright. I found a martyr in my bed tonight. Stops my bones from wondering just who I am, who I am, who I am. Oh, my heart. Somebody tell me, somebody and some friends for a change. Some nights I'm scared you'll forget me again. Some nights I always win. But I still wake up, I still see your ghost. Oh Lord, I'm still not sure what I stand for. Oh, what do I stand for? What do I stand for? Most nights I don't know. Come on.
It sounds like this one, so come on. Well, that is it, guys. That is all. 5 minutes in and I'm bored again. 10 years of this, I'm not sure if anybody understands. This one is not for the folks at home. Sorry to leave, mama had to go. Who the hell wants to die alone, all dried up in the desert sun?
My heart's breaking for my sister and the calm that she called love. And when I look into my nephew's eyes, man, you wouldn't believe the most amazing things that can come from some terrible lie.
The other night, you wouldn't believe the dream I just had about you and me. I called you up and we both agreed. It's for the best you didn't listen. It's for the best we get our distance. Oh, it's for the best you didn't listen. It's for the best we get our distance. Oh.